What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to On the Bench Repeat, the hobby along, paint along series that you put on in the background whilst you do your project. I do mine. We talk about a load of stuff, life, the universe, everything in between. Sometimes even hobby stuff gets in there as well. So without further ado, get your glues, brushes, paints, models, whatever you need, put them to one side. I've got just looking at my water situation, I haven't got a lot there, but I can top it up if necessary, but I think I'll be okay. And yeah, make sure you got something to drink, tea, coffee, water, squash, whatever. And let's get to the bench. Right, I am actually working on these guys here, on leather pouches and things like that, and I've done the first colour, which I've used as Rhinox hide. I'm going to go in with the next one, which is Scrag Brown, and then I'll highlight with Deathclaw Brown. So I've got 5 of these to do. Once they're done, I don't know, I'll find something else to do, shall I? We'll kind of play it by ear this time. This time, he says. Do you know, there was a time I used to be perfectly prepared for every episode of this. Used to have my models set out, paint set out, sometimes even shaken, ready, prepared. And these days I don't even know what I'm going to be doing, whether I'm even going to be painting or building nowadays. But I've been out of hospital for quite a while now, but probably not. Oh, I don't know, it probably is. Yes, thinking about it, it's backwards, isn't it? I would have been, the time you see this is like my second on the bench, maybe my first since I've been in hospital. But I would hopefully have done a load more by the time this goes up and you see the next one, or you see this one. Anyway, I know what I mean. Stop talking nonsense, Pete. I had to say that to myself in the last video I did, which was a chill with Pete. So I've got all these lights on here, but they're not really that helpful. See, I have to, do. Right, I'm going to pop Scrag Brown into my electronic paint shaker. I've actually got hot chocolate today to drink, or this evening. Ready? Cool. I absolutely love that paint shaker. I'm going to use this as a palette, and I'll use this Citadel starter brush. Why not? Why the heck not? Is it going to be enough? I think so. I think so. Difficult to tell. But I'm not going to use that brush to gloop it onto the palette. No, they don't last long at all if you do that, you see. Right, Scrag Brown. It's a bit on the watery side, so we'll put another blob of paint in it. Hope that. There's still a bit. No, actually I'm going to leave it as that because of what I'm going to do, folks. So I'm going to put a Agrax Earthshade wash over the top of these when they're done. I'm looking at it thinking I should have. Oh, hot chocolate, beautiful. Cadbury's. I should have done a Rhinox hide. I've noticed like I've forgotten a pouch or missed one or something. Did I? Maybe I didn't. So difficult to tell when the light's not that great. Anyway, here goes nothing. And let us see if we can put this paint on. Yeah, I think so. It is still a little bit on the thin side, I have to say. But hopefully, get away with it. My hand's still a bit shaky. Gosh, very shaky, you know, coming from hospital. But I am quietly confident, well, quietly hoping that I'll get the stability back in my hands, you see. Yeah. So anyway, what's new with you guys? What projects are you working on? You working on anything good? I had a choice of doing these guys or some other Chaos Marines I've had built and primed, or some of the stuff I had on the bench before I started these. Those sorts of things are gradually starting to come back to me, I have to say. But damn, it ain't easy, I tell you. I can hear one of my, well, I can hear, not one of my cat, I can hear my cat meowing in the other room. He's been shut in at the minute, see, because he sets the dog off. Well, that's one done. And my wife is talking to her brother, and he catches up every week. Right, so he's got his pouches done. This dude with the axe. Yeah. I'll pop him to one side. You'll be ready for Deathclaw Brown next. I'll pop him over there. All right. Now this fellow with a impressive gun here and his bullet belt thing. I guess he has got an easier access than the last one had. Cool. This is a very, very old leather technique. Oh, now I can hear my dog barking. Apologies for that. My wife is down there with him though. So. I just wanted to get this video out because the other two videos I've done today, I'm going to zoom out slightly. That makes 3 this weekend then. And that's pretty good. I see another pouch. I was amazed by all these techniques when I was starting in this hobby. Well, in this painting hobby. This is going to be good. And I've got, as I say, I've got hot chocolate today as my beverage of choice. I've been really getting into that a lot lately since I've come out of hospital. I wasn't really a huge fan of it before, but I've found that a lot of foods since I've come out of hospital, foods that wasn't really my thing. Right, that's that one done. We can go over there next to the Deathclaw Brown. Next one up. Dude with a chainsword. Yeah, he's got a couple of pouches going on there, so Well, you know, I go through phases of things like I watch on YouTube and that. I'm watching a lot of like old classic snooker, like greatest shots in history and all that sort of thing, and pool, and another thing I've been watching a lot of is this guy called Anatoly. Check him out if you haven't. He was an elite powerlifter, but he doesn't look it at all. He looks quite skinny, you know, and he's covered it, and he disguises himself a bit because he's older now, and he's not that old actually, but he just doesn't look like he can lift the weights that these big, huge guys are lifting in the gym, and he does it with ease. Sometimes with one hand, and they're like, "What the hell?" And sometimes they want to go home and quit. It's funny. Well, they'd say, "No, you're not strong enough. You know, you can't lift this." He's like, no, it's okay. I can do this. It's really funny. I go through phases like that, you know. Get the angle. Oh, so it was this week I heard the news about Nico McBrain leaving Iron Maiden. I don't know really how I feel about that. I suppose I feel it's, you know, time, because, you know, his age and his health and that. Then it's like, oh, you know, part of my childhood, you know, retired right there. But he's earned it, though. My goodness, has he earned it. Right, so that's that. Has he got any other pouches? Not that I can see. Last one for this round then is this dude here. It'd be better when I could start doing highlights like on washes, and it'll look much further along, and I'll be like, yeah. Trouble is, mistake I've made in a lot of instances, and tell me if you've ever done this. Let's pop that down there and wash this brush out. Tell me if you've ever done this as well. You've been painting a load of guys for your army for an upcoming game. You're rapidly painting them as best as you can. You want them to be as far along as possible. You know, you don't like playing with unpainted miniatures. And you end up rushing them at the end, like, you know, you get to a point where you think, well, playable. You can see, like, I mean, I think these guys are playable. You can play with them. So you just whack a varnish on them, and like a matte varnish on, take them to your game, and off you go. And then you never get around to finishing them. That's my story. I don't know if anybody else has ever experienced that or not. I hope not, but it's just me. Right then, so what am I going to do next? Well, I think I'll wait a bit longer for the those paints to dry before I go in with the Deathclaw Brown on the old highlight thing. I could, I suppose, do some Retributor armour on these two, but I've got a load left here which I haven't done anything with. I'm thinking I should. I'm thinking I should be Balthazar Golding them. So on goes the paint on the electric paint shaker. Just looking at the water situation. I think I'm going to just put a tiny bit of water in my paint pot. Yeah, just for that. because Balthazar Gold, there's always a ton of these, and I think I'm going to need not only to switch out my brush, possibly, but switch out my glasses to a stronger pair. So I'm going to need this paint palette. I might. So I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3 dollops of Balthazar Gold. And I'll put 2 drops of airbrush thinner. 1, 2. Two drops of airbrush thinner. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, so that'll get me up to scratch. I don't know if any of these new guys. Basically, I'm taking him from another. I'm taking this dude from another pile that I've got that I just primed at the moment. So what I'm going to do is put some Balthazar, and I've got 2 guys left over from a different pile, which have got their Balthazar Gold on and silver, and that's about it, I think. So the ones I've just done with the Scrag Brown are the furthest along, but these could really do with having some gold put on, like their shoulder pads and whatever else. This is where I'm looking at it thinking, mixed it a little bit thin. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, that's alright. I've only recently got into Chaos, just putting it out there, the wanting to paint them. I've made like part 1 of a tutorial of how I paint and prepare old school metal miniatures. Well, you can use it for just modern metal miniatures as well. It's the same principles. Doing a very since coming out of hospital, I'm just doing a very basic tutorial. What the sort of thing that most people could understand and follow along with, especially since I've discovered my hands are a little bit shakier these days. I hope that's only temporary, but maybe I can do a video on how to combat that. You know, what steps I can take to kind of counteract it, or, you know, cover myself. Yeah, I mean, I'm committed to the fact that I'm probably going to have to do a few cover-ups with each colour. That's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind. Wow. So I had a really good walk today with Dylan. We went to the pitch side, which is our local football field for Seaton Town, and they got one of those like hot food takeaway shack things outside. It's called Spud Pod. And we had like a mini roast dinner there. Oh, it's beautiful. And Dylan sat with us, and he was as good as gold. And, you know, on his absolute best behaviour. He was exemplary. He really was. whilst I quite like painting shoulder pads, it's not great when you've got shaky hands. I was advised by a work colleague, actually, funnily enough, to paint bigger models while my hands are shaky. She might have a point. Might have a point. Still, I'm enjoying myself. Yeah, absolutely loving this. I'm gonna do the skull on his sword as well. Gold. Get me some gold. Put up one on the other side. Yes, he has. So we'll do the skull. So anyway, yeah, so Dylan, he was exemplary. He sat outside while we ate. He sat nicely. A couple of other people came. The lady who runs the stall asked if he could eat some cooked chicken. I said, yeah, absolutely. He loves all that. So she gave him some cooked chicken. And he was loving that, you know. I bet he was. Well, I got myself, well, my wife got it for me, actually. I don't know why I'm saying I got it. My wife got me this massage gun. It's got different detachable heads, and you put it on your affected muscle areas and vertebrae and joints and that. And it's got different settings, speeds, and, you know, strengths. It's absolutely amazing. Honestly, I've always thought those sorts of things like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'll have it. I'll give anything a go at this stage because I'm in absolute agony with my leg. But yeah, blew me away. It really did. Thing is, you get these gold bits like on Chaos Marines. If you want to do them gold, you don't do them gold. Do them whatever colour you want. I like the idea of gold though. I'm gonna do gold. Really makes the model stand out. I think so anyway. Enjoying my hot chocolate. That's one of the things, I've been into since leaving hospital. I never used to like it. Well, I didn't hate it, but I certainly wouldn't have chose it as a drink to have, to just sit and relax with. But since I've been home, yeah, loving it. Another change, been eating Frosties. I never liked any of those cereals really in the past. I would much rather have toast. But now I would much rather have Frosties. So, yes, a bit of a weird one. Has my experience changed my appetite? Certainly seems that way. This isn't just any old shin guard I'm painting here. It's like a really complicated one. So be it. Don't know if I feel like doing the other side one just yet. Got a bit of a like a backside guard with trim that's going to be gold now. Oh, I'm going to carry on with this shoulder pad. Because what I'm going to do is got a big skull on this shoulder pad that I'm doing here. Just raise the camera ever so slightly. Big skull. I'm thinking if I paint the Balthazar gold on it, then the like the Retributor armor when I come to it will make it really stand out. Look at the biz. There we go, look at that. It's not looking too shabby yet. None too shabby. I know I'm going to have to patch up some areas with the black in that. But all in all, I'm loving it. Yeah, not bad. Right, I'm just going to wash my brush so I can take a break, have a sip of hot chocolate. But yeah, liking that. Liking that a lot. I'm hoping I can get to download this footage tonight. Tomorrow I can get to editing some of the videos, or at least one of them. So I've done a chill repeat, I've done a tutorial, and this one, or I will have done this one. The tutorial I think will be the hardest one to edit because there's lots of edits and cuts on those bad boys. But yeah, I'm just going to have a look at one of my other Marines. Now I'm just going to have a look at the box they came out of for some inspiration. Alright, so yeah, okay, using red for the cloth variants, yeah. I might want blue. Might do. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Haven't decided. Or green as an option. For the robes that they wear. They got red, which is, I don't know, kind of, I just feel it's kind of quasi-typical of like a colour scheme that they would have for Chaos. I've done one sort of shin guard there. I really need to do the other one, and then I'll feel a little bit better. I've just got to do the trim on the front as well. Right. I'm going to switch out my glasses for this. I'm going to check the time. 30 minutes. Looks like I might get to do one Marine in this video with Balthazar Gold. I've done the leather on the others at the start. Right, so I'm going to concentrate on his left shin pad, shin guard. I don't know what they're called. Yeah. I suppose I looked at the robes initially and thought, oh yeah, just traditional like cloth colour but I suppose not. Might make sense as to, there could be a unit from a completely different set of Marines initially before they became Black Legion, couldn't they? They could be blue, they could have been Ultramarines, who knows, I don't know. Painted their armour black, kept some of their robes blue or something, but then Ultramarines don't have blue robes. Maybe they just had blue robes too. I don't remember where they came from, I don't know. Why would they? See, I get all these questions going through my head. Why indeed would they? This is the reason I like to hand brush prime my models of this size at least, because I get to remember that this was a particularly hard leg. The access, the bottom of the trim there, a little bit tricky. The angle of the brush. Right, so that's that. Now I've got to work on his trim on his chest plate here. Not easy. I'm definitely going to have to go over with Abaddon Black again. That's okay. Bit of trim here too. Gosh. I hope my shaky hand doesn't continue. I mean, nobody wants a shaky hand. If I've got it, then, that sucks, but I've got it, I'm still going to be painting all my own models. I will find other ways to do certain things and techniques, and when I do, if I have to, I will share those with you if it helps. Because obviously some people have shaky hands for different all manner of medical reasons. Yeah, but if I can find anything that helps, trust me, I will let you know. Well, even if it gets better, I will try and find ways to help you anyway. Doing some weird things with the model at the minute. Balancing him on his tip of his sword so I can get access to all the areas I need. Yeah. Oh dear, oh dear. I mean, I'm not a fan of painting black, as in black armour, I'll be honest. But I do have to admit, when it is all done, it looks pretty damn good. Especially with metallics. I think it does. So these guys, I believe, were being painted for recreation of the fall of Cadia. I better do this as well. It's front of his chest plate. Yeah, but unless there was something else involved, I don't remember. Oh yes, I do remember. Kill Team. Yeah, and Space Hulk. And Lost Patrol. Yeah, why can't the Chaos Marines be being hunted by some gene stealers? Why not, indeed? I don't see why not. Yeah. Goodness gracious me, I think that's great. Yeah. That. No doubt I have missed bits, but that I'm pleased with. Very pleased with. In fact. Yeah. I might just have enough time. 38 minutes. Yeah. Do some silvers on him. That means lead belcher. And it also means I'm going to have to pop this into the paint shaker. Here we go. I should be well shooken by now. Always like to do a couple of shakes by hand as well. Let's go. 1, 2 big blobs, and I'll put 1 blob of airbrush thinner on it. Right. Nearly did the classic, stick my paintbrush in my mug of hot chocolate, except I've drunk it, so it wouldn't have mattered too much. Still kind of funny though. Let's put my cup out of the way, it's doing my head in. Right. Let's have a look then. What have we got here? Oh yeah, so I'm thinking get the blade done. Nice. There we go. So that, although leaves a lot to be desired. Let's yeah, let's try and be fancy pantsy. Let's try and cut in around the skull on the hilt and that. It's a bit fancy pantsy. Then what I can do is, I don't know, Stormhouse Silver or something of that nature to highlight these extra bits. Right. Okie dokie. These bullets here. There we are. He's got some chainmail bits. Gotta be a little bit careful with. Yeah. As always, on the backs, these vent things that the Terminators have. Okay. Yeah, these like knee. Stop shaking, Pete. These knee joint things. Yeah. Using the barrel of his gun to try and steady. His hand is so shaky. Okay, that's that. He's got some spikes to be aware of here. I'm really enjoying this session. You know, and it's close to Christmas as well. I just can't tell. I don't think I'll get another one in before Christmas, so I'll have to make do. If I can get anything out, it would be a chill or just a talking video. I don't think. I mean, I'll see. I'll do my best, but don't rely on it. Everybody's busy anyway, aren't they? Christmas time, etc. I mean, some of you might not want to be doing this this close to Christmas, but I enjoy it whenever I can. Hobby. That's me. As much as I can, whenever I can, and it's not that much, to be truthful. Yeah, I can still hear my wife talking on the phone downstairs. I'm going to be getting ready to go to bed after, I expect. It's our rubbish collection day tomorrow, and we've put the rubbish out earlier. Used to be doing it in the daylight, now it's in the dark. So it's all dark. It gets dark around 4 o'clock. Oh, I've missed a spot with the Balthazar gold. That's all right, I can come back to that. Yeah. This is good. I am liking this. Get a few more silvery bits done on the gun here. Oh. Just a couple of little bits. What else? Ah, yes. Done the knee joints. We need the arm joints, don't we? That sort of underneath layer they wear under the armour, whatever it's called. Yeah. The hips as well. Yes, okay. Reasonably happy with what I've got going on there. Right, okay, so we'll wash that out. Go back to the Balthazar gold. So I missed something. And this is where I'll find that I can't locate where it is. 49 minutes. We're approaching the end. We're approaching the runway, folks. Yeah. What is part of his armour? This brush was brand new when I started. It's already a bit knackered. That's why I've never really been a fan of Games Workshop brushes. They're kind of like a one-use and then knackered. Or am I being cynical? If I am, I do apologise. Oops. Mixed gold and silver together. That doesn't work, does it? Forgot what colour I was doing then. You know? Forgot what bloody colour I was doing. Yes, I think that's it for the gold. I mean, I think so. No, actually it's not, because it's a bit of a touch up. But I expect it'll all need touching up anyway. Just do these underarm bits, or under the shoulder bits, silver. Kind of like a... I'll get this hosing done as well, shall we? on, come on, come on. Very tricky bits here, especially in this light. The best lighting is obviously summertime. Sitting in front of this window, you don't need any extra lights on. It's just like pure natural sunlight, and it is amazing. That's looking all right. That just needs to touch up now. Just need to touch up for the black. Skulls will be a thing I've got to do at some point on them all. They've got a lot of skulls on between them. But yeah, I mean, the reason I haven't done the sort of crown or the sort of halo thing above his head there in gold also is because I just don't know what colour to do it in yet. Right, cool, I've got to take these glasses off. Make your eyes go funny. Right, time do we have here now? 53. That's not bad. But that isn't too bad. I think I've more or less brought him up to the same stage as the others. Just needs to do his skin, and then I want a little bit more on the guns and some touch-ups, and then he'll be at the same sort of stage as, say, this one here, you know. But, you know, I'll just leave him out for now to remind me. Because that's the thing, guys. When I don't get to do these videos regularly, I lose track of what I was doing with a certain model, like, you know, this one here. I'll be like, what was I in the middle of doing? And then I totally forget, and I have to reevaluate it all again, look it all over, and excuse me, decide, right, what was I doing, or what will I do then, if that's what I was doing. And yeah, it's just a bit like that. So anyway, let's cut back to me, shall we? Wow, I did it. I did another video. So hopefully I can get this edited sometime next week. Who knows? But I will try. I will try and get it up for next Friday. And that will be my last on the bench, at least before Christmas. And yeah, it might be my last video before Christmas, but it's been an absolute pleasure, and thank you so much for being along for the ride. Do let me know what you're working on at the moment, if you're working on anything. Let me know if you've got any, you know, plans for Christmas, you know, how it's going away anywhere, what the weather's like, you know, anything like that. I just love all that stuff. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for all the support you've given me, especially for this tough year. I really do thank you from the bottom of my heart. Remember, all brushes lead to war. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you're not already, and yeah, I will see you on another video out there. Patreon, gonna be working on some stuff hopefully next year for that, and some more cool stuff on the way. So thank you. See you then, and bye for now. Bye bye. Merry Christmas. Have a good New Year as well if I don't see you before then.